Nice than you looking at. Quotes from Taylor Swift Part 2. When I was a little girl, I used to read fairy tales. In fairy tales, you meet Prince Charming and he's everything you ever wanted. In fairy tales, the bad guy is very easy to spot. The bad guy is always wearing a black cape, so you always know who he is. Then you grow up and you realize that Prince Charming is not as easy to find as you thought. You realize the bad guy is not wearing a black cape and he's not easy to spot. He's really funny. And he makes you laugh, and he has perfect hair. I suffer from girl next door-itis, where the guy is friends with you and that's it. I've learned that you can't predict or plan for it. For someone like me who is obsessed with organization and planning, I love the idea that love is the one exception to that. Love is the one wild card. In high school, I used to think it was like so cool if a guy had an awesome car. Now none of that matters. These days I look for character, and honesty, and trust. I write songs about my adventures and misadventures, most of which concern love. Love is a tricky business. But if it wasn't, I wouldn't be so enthralled with it. Lately I've come to a wonderful realization that makes me even more fascinated by it. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to love. No one does. There's no pattern to it. Except that it happens to all of us, of course. I can't plan for it. I can't predict how it'll end up. Because love is unpredictable and it's frustrating and it's tragic and it's beautiful. And even though there's no way to feel like I'm an expert at it, it's worth writing songs about. More than anything else I've ever experienced in my life. I love you like I love sparkles and having the last word. And that's real love. I write a lot of songs about love, and I think that's because to me love seems like this huge complicated thing. But it seems like every once in a while, two people get it figured out. Two people get it right. And so I think the rest of us, we walk around daydreaming about what that might be like. To find that one great love, where all of a sudden everything that seemed to be so complicated became simple. And everything that used to seem so wrong all of a sudden seemed right because you were with the person who made you feel fearless. Why leave when you can stay? Why stay if you have to go? If you're horrible to me, I'm going to write a song about it, and you won't like it. That's how I operate. Just because as human beings, what we can't have is what we reply in our head over and over again before we go to sleep. I still love sparkles and grocery shopping and really old cats that are only nice to you half the time. I still love writing in my journal and wearing dresses all the time and staring at chandeliers. I love these people so much, and getting to go out there to look them in the eye and tell them that is my favorite part of the night. We should love, not fall in love, because everything that falls breaks. In a relationship, each person should support the other. They should lift each other up. I'm not opposed to falling in love. You need to be happy with yourself, or you'll never be able to be happy in a relationship. Throughout all of the changes that have happened in my life, one of the priorities I've had is to never change the way I write songs and the reasons I write songs. I write songs to help me understand life a little more. I write songs to get past things that cause me pain. And I write songs because sometimes life makes more sense to me when it's being sung in a chorus. And when I can write it in a verse. People haven't always been there for me. But music always has. Everybody has that point in their life where you hit a crossroads and you've had a bunch of bad days, and there's different ways you can deal with it, and the way I dealt with it was I just turned completely to music. I wish all teenagers can filter through songs instead of turning to drugs and alcohol. If you write, you can turn your lessons into your legacy. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.